Welcome to Black is Magazine, a magazine fit for all where we are reaching the masses and embracing inclusion and diversity. Entertainment, small businesses, minority and women, mom and pop shops, and more. We offer a safe platform for individuals to interview and share their journeys. We also offer advertising slots at the very lowest prices to get your business recognized across the U.S. and abroad. Visit us www.blackismagazine.com. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black is Magazine, where we are reaching the masses and we are your one stop shop for advertising. We are so glad to be here with Micah Wise, who is out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we're just going to have a conversation. As we know, today is International Women's Day, and we are celebrating women across the board because we rock. Women rock. So,
Yes, we do.
yeah, yes, we do. So, I'm going to go ahead, Micah, and let you go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Well, thank you for inviting me. My name is Micah Wise. I am a dance educator and the founder of Wise Moves Academy for Performing and Creative Arts. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I teach dance at Tulsa Legacy Charter School.
All right. I'm excited for you. I wish that I was close to you so that my daughter could come and learn dance from you. So let's just talk about it. We here at Black is Magazine, we're all about inclusion and diversity. We're all about women empowerment and encouraging women and young girls to be the best that they can be, and then to support that for them, right? And so want to talk about how you started this business. Was it, what was it that sparked your interest and you said, I'm going all in?
Yes, so first off, that's a great question. But have always been a had a passion for dance. I've always liked to dance. I wasn't always involved in organized dancing until I got to middle school, at Carver Middle School, but I just loved to dance. So going through middle school, high school, college, dancing on a certain and having a certain structure of like right after school, go to dance practice, that just became a lifestyle for me. So when I got out of school, out of college, I came home and I was working for Dr. Shavonda Pinnell at the chiropractic facility, and I was her office manager. She has a dance group, and she allowed me to assist her with the team because she knew that I still needed that like dance in my life. And just connecting with her and connecting with the team really sparked my interest in training girls to be prepared to go to a competitive team like hers. So she really encouraged me while I was working for her. So I'm really appreciative of her as a woman in my life and as a mentor, because she continued to push me to what I love to do and to build off of my own interest and passion, as well as working for her and stacking up my money and doing things like that. So when I was working for her, I was just like, look, I still have to dance.
Yeah.
Like, where are the girls at who love dance as much as me? And I got a few girls. I started off with 6 and now I'm at 30. So
Oh
in just 3 years, I have like
no.
quadrupled my count for girls, and just being able to bond with them and seeing myself in a lot of them, and it's just beautiful, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, to be
You know
honest.
what, it's like, God shows us what our purpose is if we're faithful to him. And when we end up right where we're supposed to be, and it sounds like that is what has happened for you. Like,
Amen to
you are,
that.
you are doing what you are supposed to do. And I want to shout out the doctor, the chiropractor as well, because that's exactly what I am saying here. As older woman, older than you, um the younger women are our future, and we're supposed to stand behind you guys and push you to your to your highest height, and anything that we can do for you, we do that, right? And if we don't have the answers, we're supposed to go get them. That's what empowerment is. That's
Yes,
the
it
true
is.
meaning of empowerment. So shout out to her as well. And then now what you've done in turn is you're pouring into other young girls that will
Yes,
come up behind you. So that's what it's all about.
it
And so
is.
if we can capture one person to do what is for the greater good, then we've done our job.
Yes,
So
for
I want to
sure.
talk about so how do let's back up.
Mhm.
When you were younger, were you ever were you ever in in competition dance?
No, not at all. I took classes. I'm an athlete, so I played basketball since I was 6 years old. Played basketball, track, and my dad was just like, "She's gonna play sports. I don't care what your mama say. You playing sports." But I was on the sidelines making up dance counts. So when I got to middle school on the Palm Squad, I went to a Catholic school, so I didn't really have a lot of rhythm. I just had the love for dance, and
Yeah,
I love to learn. And when I got on the Palm Squad at Carver Middle School, it was like it was just so fun for me. Like I was just lost in it, and I committed my life to it.
yeah,
So I'm not a trained dancer, but I have it in my heart, and it's my body just moves. It's a way for me to express myself. I'm not a great communicator, but through dance, through my choreography, I can kind of tell you who I am and what things I've been through.
that's amazing. You know, you said that you didn't have rhythm or whatever, but I feel like when enough, I God first in everything I do. So, but I feel like God gives us certain talents, right? And
Mhm.
you might have not thought you had rhythm, but He knew what you were going to be doing, so He gave you that talent. And then you said you kind of just poured yourself into it in commitment. Let's talk about business.
Mhm.
Um, because we are celebrating women and women in business, you know, across the board. And I have several interviews where we talk to women about their business and how the commitment is so important if you want to grow your business. Tell us about commitment and growing a business, because you said just what, 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and
2017.
you got all these girls now. What did tell if someone's out there listening to you that want to start a business, don't know quite, you know, it's in them, but like scared. What do you tell?
Mhm. Do it scared. I'm still scared to do certain things, and I hate that that's coming out of my mouth, but it's the truth. So, once you have, I believe that once you have something that you are invested in, and you can kind of feel when it's God's gift because
True.
it's not really forced. So once you have that instilled in you, now it's being consistent whether someone likes it or not, because you're not really seeking anybody else's approval, you're seeking God's approval, which is why he gave you that gift. So once you can feel that in your heart, it's just kind of like staying. It's like they say, what wakes you up in the morning, and being able to do what I love is what wakes me up in the morning. Like I literally, the girls, when I go to practice, they're my fuel. Like I don't get tired. I'm never like, oh my god, I gotta go to practice today. It's like, okay, I get to go to practice today. So that's how I know it's like purpose. And doing it, even if I get one like on social media, I'm still going to post again. I'm still going to make sure that people see what I am doing, because I don't know that who it can connect to, or who's also wanting to do something like that, who's just afraid. And then the girls need me, just like I needed Dr. Pinnell to push me into doing what I love, because I knew I loved it. I just didn't know where to start, how to do it, or how consistent I should be. So it's me being that for the girls, like you say, for the girls that I'm bringing up. That's what's important to me. They deserve that,
Yes.
and
Well, and
yeah,
I think that a part of that, you're saving their lives. You know, you're interested in them. There's a lot of young girls out there that nobody's showing them interest. They don't know what direction to go. And so the girls that you have are meant to be your girls. And I wish tenfold more girls in your where you're gonna have to say, look, I have to have 3 or 4 or 5 sessions, or whatever it is, but that I wish that
Man,
for
with
you.
that. That
And with your attitude that you have, I think that God has got something good for you, and you just walk through the door that He opens. Be sure that it's Him, right?
Come on. Yes, ma'am.
So
I have
just
to share with you really quick. The girls, when you text me, I was at practice and I was like, girls, guess what? And they're like 6 to my oldest one is 13. So they're young, but I talk to them like they're people. So I was like, girls, guess what? I get to be on in a magazine and do an interview or whatever. And I read them your message, and you said that you want me to talk a little bit more about my business. And I was like, y'all know what I'm gonna tell her, right? And they was like, what? I was like, I'm gonna talk all about y'all. Like
yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
got to
pop
talk
your
about
ear off about y'all. And one of the girls was like, you right, cause we is your business. I'm
that.
like,
That's right.
you so right.
Girl, out of the mouths of babes, they will tell you the truth. And this is the truth.
It
Without
is.
them, you have no business.
Exactly.
You are
I'm
their
like, you are
business.
so right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
It
Um,
is.
so also you said what I liked about what you said about business is that you said if I have one like on anything that I post, I'm going to continue to do that. When I started my journey, I said when I do my interviews, if I have one person on there or none, I'm going to continue to do my lives. I'm going to continue to do everything that I set out to do because I pray and I believe that whatever I'm supposed to do, that I'm going to do that if that's what he's telling me to do. And now I have 8,000 people viewing this right now that are subscribers to this channel right now. And
That's
so
amazing.
I just piggyback off what you say. You got to stay committed to
Mhm.
that thing that God has called you to do. Um,
Definitely.
Wow, women helping other women learn, grow, and empower. Learn new things, grow from what you learn, empower others to do the same, helping you to create a plan for your life, vision for a better life. Get connected to resources, seminars, trainings, women helping others with the gifts that they have. Contact Crystal Ifakoya, the founder and creator of WOW. Why not?
Congratulations too, by the way.
Right. And then you said you're not reaching for your dreams for somebody else. And
Yeah.
it's so true because what God has for you is for you. And
And
what
that's
he has for others are for them. And it's
mhm,
not a competition when we talk about celebrating women. When I want you to soar to the highest level you can soar, and I'll be your biggest cheerleader, right? If anybody else is creating a magazine and doing it, I want them to be just as huge as God wants them to be because I'm not whatever's for me, it's gonna happen anyway. Same
yeah.
for you. And so so that leads me into the next segue. What about support? Like I know for me, when I started building my business is phases the next level, and Black is Magazine is just one of the entities under phases the next level LLC.
Okay.
And so when I started building that, like people were like, what are you doing? Well, I also am a public speaker. I said, I am minding the business that pays me, and I'm not bothering you, and I'm just doing what God tells me to do. And before I knew it, I had put together with other people. Of course, I need people. We need each other. A
Mhm.
whole team of people. And now I do Rise Queen Conference, and I said, God, I want 100 women there. And over 100 women were in that place. Was in that place. But when you stay faithful to Him, I always have to say that. So
Yeah.
what do you say about the support? Because we know sometimes our family won't even support us, right? My support is out of this state. It's not in Oklahoma. It's somewhere else. From the East Coast to the West Coast to out of the United States. What about
Mhm.
you?
That's it. That's you make a great point. Especially when it's your family members. First of all, a lot of my family members don't have kids or don't have little girls. So it's like well, I also have a clothing line too, so they have options. But for the ones who don't choose to support, they support me with love, which is also good. But love don't pay the bills, so
That's, you have to
so
help them understand that.
right,
Help
exactly.
you understand that.
But I always think about it as like you say, what's for you is for you, and the people who do support me, I can help, we can help each other. That it's a reason why they support me. And that brings me to say, I've had girls, I don't turn any girl down. We don't have an audition
Aw.
process or anything like that, because I'm literally growing them. Like how it's like a job asking for experience and you just got out of college. So I'm literally growing them, and there's some I've actually in the 3 years I've only had one dancer who just didn't see fit in my program. And I'm saying that to say that the ones that I do have and the ones that have been consistent, they love me no matter what. I can mess something up, and they're the parents too. They're like, it's okay, Coach Micah.
Yeah.
We know, you are we know, I mean, they know that my intentions with them. So I don't look at support off my Facebook posts or
Yeah.
off the people who like spend money with me. I look at support as the people who think of me as a human
Aw.
and who see the things that I can provide their daughters and how we grow together and we bond. And the people who donate to my organization, the people who come and talk to the girls about life, the ladies who come and put on an etiquette class, the people who volunteer to make our events like beautiful, that is overwhelming support. So I don't even, the people who don't support, it's like, who are they? Because I just had so much great support. It's overwhelming, and I wouldn't ask for a better, I couldn't ask for a better support system, to be honest.
Um, I was speaking to another guy. He's a business owner, and we were talking about support and who doesn't support you, whatever. And what he helped me to realize, like, I'm never mad about somebody not supporting what I do. Like I said, what is for me is for me. That my dream is not their dream. But he was saying that he does not count those people out that do not support him, because what happened was then someone else came along and loved what he was doing, went back and told the same person that said nah, and they came back with him and more people. So you don't count them out, I don't think. And he made a great point. You don't count them out, because eventually, I don't know if they're waiting for you to get big and say, oh, that's my girl, or what. But you just have to, I think that, like you said earlier, this is your dream, and you're going in all in for those girls,
Mhm.
and that's what matters. So then the next thing is that people are afraid to jump into business or start their business, because they think it takes all of this money to get started, just to get started. But I'll tell you what I say, and then you tell me what you think. What
Okay.
I say is, okay, it's true, everything costs. But if you want to start a business, start doing the things that are within your power to do. Okay, start. What is your logo going to look like? What audience are you going to target? Start having a plan. That's starting, right? And yeah, you might have to buy some business cards. Start small, but anything that is meant to be is going to happen. What do you say about somebody being scared because of finance? Because everything ain't always about money.
It's really not. And it's a great question because I believe that money provides you it keeps you living because you got to eat. So it is important. But when you don't have it, I noticed that when I started my business, I didn't have business cards. I didn't have a logo. I didn't even have a space to practice. I was actually inviting girls to my house and just saying, women that I women that I knew, I just said, I'm your girl, like you got a daughter that likes to dance, and well, I'm doing lessons. And it was word of mouth, and they
Yeah.
would contact me on my phone, and that kind of just happened. And once I started growing, people would ask me, I have a friend who wants to put her daughter in dance class. How does she sign up? And it's like, oh, I need a business card. Oh, I need, that's how everything started happening. And so I just say, like, just do it. Like, you don't even have to necessarily be prepared, because you don't really know what you need until either someone's mentoring you, or you already go through that experience. I mean, or you hit it, you there, and you like, oh, I need this now.
Right.
So it's like, just whatever you know,
Do
do it.
do that thing. Yes, I agree. I agree. If it's just a simple going on site and getting a free website, think website, you can build a website for free, basic website. So
Right.
I encourage anyone that wants to start a business to go for it, and activate your resources, because there's a lot of people, you'd be surprised, that are willing to help you, that
Yeah.
knows this part about the business or knows this part about the business, right? And can help you in that way. So I appreciate that. I just want them to know that don't let finances, I would hate for finances to be the reason that you don't start a great business.
Exactly. And
So
if
go
I could add, I'm sorry to
yeah,
that. One thing I noticed as my business is growing is, do not be afraid to get a coach or a mentor,
it's
someone that you trust, like you say, who knows a little bit about the things that you don't know about. Somebody, I didn't know much about marketing, but I knew someone who did, or who had great marketing skills. So I would hit them up like, hey, my name is Micah. I'm really interested. Your marketing stuff is beautiful. Can you teach me how to do it? Like, there's no pride. You got to put your pride aside and just ask.
because at the end of the day, everybody needs somebody. I don't care who you are, eventually for something. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So if you can just put your pride to the side and ask for the help, you'd be surprised who is just so willing to help.
Hmm.
And when we talk about coaches or mentors, it's so important. And I would say it to anybody: get you a mentor in business if you're trying. And what I also would add to that is get somebody that's already succeeded in, have hit success in
Yeah.
whatever business they're doing, right? Because they done had the bumps and the bruises. They know what didn't work and what worked. And you always stay learning. Stay
Yes,
learning.
absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about your girls. Um, so whenever they arrive, what's a day like for practice and getting ready for a competition?
So we don't compete yet.
Okay.
Um, I see the value in competition, but considering that I'm starting the girls that started with me, they usually it's their first time dancing.
Right.
So I'm kind of training them enough to get prepared emotionally and physically for competition. And still enjoying it, because
Yeah.
we can push the girls so hard, but I don't want to burn them out before they get to the professional level like they dream to be. So I still want to make it fun for them. So usually the first 15 minutes, they run practice on their own. They stretch. They Since COVID now, they
Yeah.
take each other's temperatures.
Yeah.
They sign in, they stretch and warm up, and then they take about 5 minutes to review what they've been taught, and then here comes Coach Micah. And I usually kind of see what they've been going over. We talk, or I teach them something new. We play like some bonding games to kind of get to know each other better, like teamwork games.
Yes.
Um, and at the end, we either read a book or we talk about life. Like, they give me a word like courage, and we talk about what it means, what it looks like,
Wow.
how, and what it feels like even. So right now we're reading a book because we are doing a show over Sojourner Truth's story. So we're
Oh.
like digging really deep into who she is and how we would feel if we were in her situation. And the girls were like, Coach Micah, she's like you. And I'm like, okay, whatever that means. But yeah,
Uh,
it's really fun to learn and hear them like go to school and be like, Coach Michael, we learned about Sojourner Truth today, and I knew this and I knew that. So it's like I'm literally like shaping them into growing learners, like excellent women and
Mhm.
just being who I needed at
Yeah.
that age.
Yes. And I can appreciate you teaching them about their culture and and getting that in because I'm telling you, we did growing up, I didn't get that. Didn't live in a place where it was, where it was I lived in a place where it was majority white people, no disrespect, but they didn't talk about our culture. We talk about everybody else's culture. We talk
Mhm.
about our culture. We had to get that on our own. So I like that. And I also like the fact that you said, you don't want to get them burnt out. They're young. And I know with competition, it can be emotionally stressful. I've seen dance competition on TV and those girls crying, the mama's going crazy, and it's very stressful. So I like your approach to that.
Yeah.
Um, so are you what type of dance are you teaching?
I teach a plethora of styles. Hip hop, majorette, contemporary, jazz,
Oh
um,
wow.
praise dance. We do a lot of praise dance, African dance. That's about it. And
Wow.
I have a student teacher who goes to ORU. She teaches the girls ballet on the weekends. So
That's awesome. So
yes,
where are
another
you? So
black girl who's
yes,
coming up and doing her thing.
whoop whoop. Because we rock like that. I said that earlier.
Mhm.
Are you? When did you finally get a location? Because listen, when you said you were inviting them to your homes, I knew that told me you were committed, right? Like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna make this work one way or the other, and
Mhm.
I will have them here. So how did you? What? At what point did you say, okay, now I'm growing enough to where I need to get this place, and how did you get the place?
Um, I don't necessarily have a place. I work at a school, and there are my principal is a black woman, and our executive director is a black woman, and they are all for lifting up the black woman. And whenever I was offered the position to teach dance at the school, I my classroom, obviously it's at a school, I turned it into a dance studio. So I went on Facebook, asked for donations, and I got over $1,500 in donations to do the floors and put mirrors up. And they allowed me, I got a key to the building, to the school, and they allowed me to access it for literally whatever the girls need. So that's three bosses that I've had in 3 years who have literally poured into my dream, my vision. And when this like becomes a huge deal, like I don't know how to thank them, but they are going to get it. Okay, we going on a
I
vacation.
believe because they're good people, their thanks is seeing you grow and flourish into everything that you're supposed to be. I know that, but I hear what you're saying. But I believe that would be their thanks for you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the young girls. I
Thank
want to do a shameless plug. My daughter is 11. Well, she's 12 now. She just turned 12, and she wrote a book, and it's about bullying. And
you.
so I'm
Nice.
gonna send you a book, and let you kind of read that and maybe let the girls know about that because I feel like um young it happens a lot um
Hmm.
in young kids at school age, even in adults, right?
Oh
There's
yes.
bullying, and I think that is something that we want to keep in the forefront. And
Hmm.
so I'll get a book out there to you so you can get that and share
Thank
with them
you so much.
how we treat each other. But you guys seem like that you're a family. Those girls are your family and their parents are your family, and
They
that's
are.
awesome. And so I am excited for you. I wish you nothing but luck. If I can be of assistant to you in any way, just hit me up. If whatever you need, if you have questions, if you need marketing, if you need a plug for something, let me know. And when you're doing fundraisers, also let us know. And what I'll do is also we will advertise your business to people and get your social media contacts out there because the magazine is saturated in the Tulsa area as well, so people will see it. Um, yeah,
Thank you so
so if there's
much.
anything I can do, I appreciate you being here. So go ahead before we get out of here and let the people know what your social media contacts are.
Yes, ma'am. So, do I do me or the business?
So do how do people contact you? So you could do if you normally because we usually have both. I give both.
Okay, so if you want to contact me directly for any mentoring, personal training, or anything like that, you can contact me on Facebook at Micah Wise or Instagram at underscore I love you underscore MW. You can also contact us for inquiries about Wise Moves and dance with your daughter, your son, your child at Wise Moves Dance Academy on Instagram and at Wise Moves Academy for Performing and Creative Arts on Facebook.
You guys, and I will also have that linked in the description at the bottom of this interview so people will be able to have that as well. So I'm excited. Tell the girls Black is Magazine said hugs to them. I wish them
Yes.
much success. I wish you much success. And again, if I can be of assistance, let us know. If we can come and do a pep talk for the girls, let us know. We love to do that as well.
Yeah.
Um, in the meantime, I guess if that's it, everyone, thank you for being here. We ask that you do support our sister in everything that she does. If it's nothing but going to like the page and sharing it, like her stuff and sharing it with other people so that they can really, that algorithm can be more active, then do that for her. Just do that for her. Even if you're far away, just go find her and like her page and comment
Yeah.
on her page. We would appreciate that. You guys, we're out of here. In the meantime, respect yourself, respect others.
Mhm.
We're out.
Thank you.
Let me see.
Wow, women helping other women learn, grow, and empower. Learn new things, grow from what you learn, empower others to do the same, helping you to create a plan for your life, vision for a better life. Get connected to resources, seminars, trainings, women helping others with the gifts that they have. Contact Crystal Ifakoya, the founder and creator of WOW. Why not?